about the coronavirus, I wanted to reassure you based on some facts and then talk about things that we can do as a proactive, preventative measure. So first, let's look at some facts about the coronavirus that's going on all over the world. Anthony Fauci, who is the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, has completed a review of all of the data coming out of China and across the world. And in his estimate, as arguably our most seasoned infectious disease specialist, he thinks that the current coronavirus may be no more infectious than a severe influenza. You may remember the severe flu that we had just 2 years ago in the 2017 to 18 season. Compared to the coronavirus currently, that flu, depending on what metric you use, was 300 to 400 times worse. Now, we understand the authorities are taking actions because it is a new strain, and yes, we should all be wise, but just to give you that perspective that as of yet, it may be no worse than the flu that we all went through 2 years ago. Let's talk about what we can do about this. Our clinic was founded by Michael Ellison on 10 essentials of wellness. And what's fascinating to me is these 10 essentials each can be very powerful, proactive tools that we can use to strengthen our immune system and prevent the coronavirus. The first step is to breathe deeply. Now that sounds very simple, but it's much more powerful than you realize. Well, if we're talking about how to boost the immune system, the thought may come to you, what weakens the immune system? Arguably, the most common answer is stress or the stress response of the body, stress hormones such as cortisol. When individuals are placed in stress responses, we know that their ability to fight simple infections decreases. The work of Herbert Benson at Harvard has shown that simple things like deep breathing exercises actually can help reset that fight or flight response, lower your cortisol levels, and therefore increase your immune system. Try it. I recommend to my patients 6 good deep breaths twice a day. You'll notice if you really put your attention on it, it changes your frame of mind, and that's changing the signals your brain is giving to your body, and indirectly strengthens your immune system. The second essential is to drink water. Now again, this is seemingly very simple, but there's a very important physics point to this. You've probably heard we're constantly dealing with different bacteria and viruses in our systems, but most of the time we're not sick. Why is that? It's because our immune system is keeping all of those things at bay. But if we're dehydrated, the immune system can't activate and move cells to areas of need as well. It's as simple as that. So by staying well hydrated, you enable your immune system to do its job more effectively. Number 3, sleep peacefully. So this again goes back to keeping our stress levels at a good place, therefore keeping our immune system strong. One rule I've developed for myself is no news after dinner. Because if the system gets stress or raises its stress response, it won't sleep as well. And at this point, I've actually found that it's less stressful to just read my news, which I can control more, rather than watching it on TV. Number 4, very important, eat nutritiously. Of course, you've heard you are what you eat, and that applies to the immune system. So we don't yet have good data on even natural approaches that will help with the new coronavirus, but there's actually some data on old coronaviruses responding to even simple things like zinc. So eating foods high in zinc, such are found in a good Mediterranean diet, high in vegetables and fruits, is a great way to keep the immune system strong. Number 5, enjoy activity. So this is a very powerful one, and I think is an important one to talk about right now. I understand many authorities are recommending in certain locations of the country or the world of this concept of quarantining. And in my discussion with my patients, I think some people are overtaking that instruction and minimizing all activity altogether. And I would counsel that this is a mistake because your activity is arguably your single most important booster to your immune system. Exercise, endorphin levels. There are so many good things that come from exercise. So you have to follow your neighborhood's requirements, but certainly I would suggest continuing activity levels, keeping your body strong to help ward off the coronavirus. And then the final 5 essentials: give and receive love, be forgiving, practice gratitude, develop acceptance, and develop a relationship with God. These again may seem like common sense, but even studies done at Duke University by Harold Koenig have shown that all of these can actually boost your immune system, lower inflammation, and therefore keep up your defense to the coronavirus. So of course, keep aware of what's going on in the world, but keep your attention on the things that you can do, that you can control.